Hello everyone, greetings in another number 19 holders and devs meeting. I'm Nick, or actually maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm Rafał Zaorski this time, or maybe I am Orłoś, or maybe I am Bartek. But with me, here they are, Mr. Bartek and Mr. Orłoś. Bartek is our dev manager and Orłoś is our social media and marketing manager. Greetings. So there is basically a reason why I got this hoodie on myself, because if you were on our meeting, real life meeting, a first meeting which was exactly 1 week ago in Warsaw, you had the opportunity to get one like this with a sign, BigShortBets. Let me show you the closer to the camera. Here it is. Just as our platform, totally anonymous. You could join, and also there was an after party after that. And as you see by the Vistula River, you had the opportunity to see entire big whale, which is in our logo of BigShortBets, just by the National Stadium on the Vistula River. It looks beautiful. It was amazing, and it was actually pretty good to meet you guys in real life in Warsaw. Yeah, the room was full. Wait up. I need to check the microphone. Okay, wait up. Because I think the microphone for you guys is not working. Try again.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, it's working. It's back.
Okay. So just a quick recap from me. Basically, I would say that again, we had a big meeting on Friday. It was the first vendors and hodlers and devs meetings. It was quite good. There was actually a lot more people than I expected. The atmosphere was pretty heated, but not because the AC was broken, but because we were talking about our project
Yes, the
and
room was
anonymity
full.
and stuff. Yes, and this hoodie was one of the presents that we gave the people who came to us. In my opinion, this is the perfect way to represent the anonymity and the privacy that our platform will provide for people to get your ass covered everywhere. So that's basically it. And yeah, and I think there will be a lot more meetings soon. As you can see, the whale was being spotted on the Vistula River. It was a laser show later on party, which we had with our friends from Trading Jam Session. It was party without the barriers and all the thunder caps. You could just pop in and talk with everyone about the trading, about anything you want, basically. So there was a lot of people connected with the market and everything, and yeah, it was a blast. It was very cool, and I'm looking for the next one.
Yeah, but don't worry. If you haven't had the occasion to be in Warsaw, Poland for BigShortBets meeting in real life in Warsaw, there will be a few videos, I presume, on BigShortBets YouTube page, and as well on our platform. BigShortBets platform. And this is the next topic we're gonna be talking about, because the entire show last week was stolen by Bartek, who is the devs manager, and he also got some updates for us because there was a very suspicious thing going on this week. Because, well, somebody made a script that made us over 150,000 users at a time, and it looks hilarious. If you see on the page, on Big Short Bets page, there is there is an entire scheme how it looks like. You see, it's going up, 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 and up to about 1100,000 people, and then it's up to where it used to be at the beginning, which is almost 1,500.
The all time was higher, I think, because it was almost
Yeah, it was
200,000.
over. Yeah. Oh
It
my
was
god.
yeah. This
Okay, so
is
what
left right
happened?
now.
What happened?
Yeah, so like you can imagine, we get to the point that the people just talking more and more about the project, and the people just come up with the ideas to just exploit something in our application to try to break it or maybe just get some gains in that way. And yeah, there was a person who tried to solve the reactions, the comments, and so on application to, for example, promote your baits or maybe boost your reputation. And yeah, it was quite, let's say, small scale in the first place, because it was only time, I think 5,000 accounts, something like that.
Okay.
But when we started fighting with that with this person, he just created the script to just, let's say, make a little bit worse the situation. But for us it's quite easy, right? It's only a few minutes to just identify the profiles like
So
that
how
and
how
just
the
remove
server
them.
managed such a big traffic?
I think it's great. It was, it was the free, let's say, trashed testing for somebody who just used their resources and, electricity and computer to just help us to check something. But what we could just saw on our statistics that we just collecting about the availability of our application, there was no let's say, changes in the response time and so on. So I think it was great to everybody were able to just use our application without any interruptions, no matter if the script is running or not. You can just imagine the script is running still, because the person is still trying to create the profiles right now. And I can see that in the logs in our application. But right now the system just blocked all the options like that. But still, if you are a normal user and you have the normal account and you don't have a script like that, you still be able to log in into applications. So no matter how hard he attack our
Okay, so
application,
you
it
guys are
works.
able to see which one is created by this guy and which one is basically a new member, a new member of our community.
Yeah, so this is the person who is probably, tech guy, and we are the tech guys as well. So it's quite easy for us to identify the anomalies, and let's say, this person and this icons don't behave like a normal person, right? The time of the response,
Right.
the quickness, something like that. Everything we can just identify, and if anomaly like that just hit us, we can just, make something automatically just delete that. So,
Bartek, what's fun about that? The funny thing about that is just on our meeting, you guys said, you know what? Try us. If you're devs yourself, if you're in IT yourself, just go on, try us. And this is what this guy probably did. He probably was on the meeting in Warsaw last week, and he said, okay, challenge accepted, right?
Yeah, it was
Brilliant.
it was quite funny, and I'm happy that something like that happened. There was few things that this came up. There was, for example, we found something that we can improve thanks that. So yeah, so I think that we just use that situation, quite strange situation, right, as our advantage and opportunity. So I think that is great. And I will show you, because right now let's say the logging flow just changed a little bit. So right now we need to use CAPTCHA, so it will be a little bit harder to
Right.
create the script like that. But I think I will cover that in my update.
Sure. I
But
mean,
yeah, it was first time when you can try to short our account number in application, right? So if you just
yeah,
miss that opportunity, it was first pump and dump, and
at first pump and
Yeah,
dump. Yeah.
exactly. Free stress test
first and
and
last
first,
pump and dump on our application.
yeah, first but not last. First and not
One
last.
more thing before we start is that just last week we started a pre-sale, a sale for the BSB token. which started just a week ago. So if you guys are interested, you can use it on our platform for various of things. And just another thing you should also remember that there will be entire instruction on our YouTube page. You can also find more information on BigShortBets.com. And as well, more information will be available to you on our Twitter. And on our Twitter, I highly recommend that you follow this because you'll be updated on what's going on. And there will be as well a graphic instruction on how to join the platform itself. And from now on, right here, we can jump on to the devs update, Bartek.
Yeah, sure. Let me share my screen. Okay. Let me just find my Tor
You
browser.
see the
Yeah.
instruction right here. So 3 steps, just 10 minutes, and using your MetaMask wallet, you'll be able to join the entire community. More posts going on. The community is, from what I saw, more and more eager to find and new groups and join new groups. Very cool informations. If there is an interesting, we also post them on our Twitter, just so you know how cool informations you can find in our community.
Exactly, and we have as well TikTok going. So if you're really interested, so you can search BigShortBets on TikTok. We have really cool vids there, some memes.
I should make one for us.
Okay, for sure.
Okay, so we are hopping to the screen of Bartek's. And here it is.
Okay, guys. So like I mentioned, we just changed a little bit the option to look into, right? So right now there is a captcha. It's quite easy captcha, but it should help us to reduce the situation like that. And if there will be needed, we will increase the hardness of that captcha. But right now it's just 4 letters that you need to type, and after that you should receive your your access to the application, right? So back to something that we don't have a chance to show you last live, because there was still the deployment going on the back, right? So first of all, the reactions we try to come up. The funny thing is that we added reactions in our application, and I think 5 days after that, the Facebook just added the same functionality in the groups. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
I think that it's quite funny that they are just mimic us. Of course, it's not just a joke, but yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? But yeah, the reactions are on the comments, and the next step for us on a, let's say, the social and community perspective will be to just filter up the most important, the most valuable comments from all the noises that you can find in the comment sections, right? But I encourage you to use the comment section more, because I can see that there is more and more interesting baits and information in application, right? So try to discuss and find a way how we want to use this information. We do our best to just join our discussions as a dev team, but for sure it will be great if you just share your idea how we can use some informations, right? But as always, I want to introduce you the changes that you ask so hard and so long, and I think that we just change especially for you based on your requests on the chats and Telegram groups. We change a little bit our priorities, and we try to help up you to use the groups module, and it means that there is option to sort by the creation date, by the name, by the member counts, the wallet sum, and the daily base counts. It means that how active is the group, and thanks that you can, for example, take the number counts and, for example, find the groups with the only one member, but find which group is the biggest group in our application. And I know that it will help you to just fit up and try to analyze and find the place for you to work with it and create the community. I can just you give a heads up that the next step will be to add you the option to add the images and the, let's say, graphics to your groups to make more them. I mean, it will allows you to create them more for your community, right?
Yeah, more
Create the
original and
yeah
more
original
specific.
and
That's
yeah,
cool.
exactly. So it will the next step. And as well, the next step will be to add you the option to only see the groups that you're owner there. Like you can see, there is new notification number over here, and we already say that we added notification, but only for your baits. But the people who just created these groups, I know that the owners that just make a lot of requests from Penny and Dumps and so on, the guys who just created this group, they say that it's hard to manage the new users because there is no information that somebody new want to join. So as well, we are on a Telegram. We are listening to your suggestions, and this is what we prepared right now. You can see that your request to join idea was rejected. So first of all, you can see that there is some requests. If you are a user and you requested the group, you can just receive the information what's going on with your request. But as the owner and a moderator in the group, you can see that you have a new join request in your group, Dev and Holders group, right? So if I click on that, and I know that there is some request, and you can see, sorry, yeah, so I can accept, reject, or approved, and so on. So yeah, and it's something like that. And yeah, if this is one thing, right? So first of all, you will receive the information of the rejects. But like always, you can see that my request for another group as a user, I just requested to BigShortBets app ideas group, was rejected. So let's try once again to join this group. I hope this time somebody will accept me, and yeah, and in this time should be able to see what's going on there, and as well then the communication, sorry, the notification will change, right? So as well, we just created all the notification around the groups right now to make sure that you will be more responsible, right, to all the information, to the groups, to debates, to the comments, so on. And yeah, and we try to increase that. Maybe it's not. So yeah, so that is what I can say. In the next few, I think next step in our changes in the layouts will be changing. What I want to say is that you need to just look on our application because shortly in the next future will change drastically, and there will be dark mode around the right after the corner.
Oh yeah, Magic
So
was waiting for it.
yeah, me too, but still, there was some changes needed for that. But like you maybe imagine, right now there was a lot of going on the back, right? Because we are
Sure.
preparing our application. So why it's going like that in our application? Because we prepared our blockchain and transaction inside the application to make sure that when you will receive the tokens, during the token claiming process, right? You should be able right away after that be able to use the tokens in application. So this is why we are focusing so much on that, because we want to make sure that that the usability of the token will be right after you receive that. And yeah, so let me just quickly look on all my notes what I can show you more.
Sure.
Of course,
Actually, could you
yeah.
answer one question, Bartek?
Yeah.
Number Acid asked if this captcha will be permanent, each login, or only
Oh, yeah.
once.
Okay. So right now, until we don't have a coins in our application, the captcha is permanent, right? So it means that every time you log into, you need to type the captcha that you received from application. When tokens will be available, right? There will be a minimal amount of tokens that you need to have to get access to the application. So in that case, some situation like that won't happen in the future because somebody needs to create 200,000 accounts with one BSB So with the current price will be the $200,000 to use to create so many accounts, right? For all of us and for project, it will be great because it will pump a little bit our price and will reduce the demand. But yeah, it's in that case the captcha will be not needed because the coins will be needed to get the access to application, right?
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, guys. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comment. You can also leave them just after the live is finished in the comments if you're rewatching this live, perhaps. Or if you got any more questions, just feel free to, or any suggestions for the devs team. You can always contact us on the Twitter or just on the platform. You can just make your own bait right there.
Yeah, so like always, we are encouraging you to use this application, share the information with you. Like you can see right now is the English version, right? But you can still, if you are not familiar, you don't like the English language, you always can just move to the Polish, right? If you need it. But yeah, what I want to say, the more changes that we add right now, there is mainly the fixes. We have some bugs, but I want to say that the third big major change, but it will hard to show that right now. Sorry, it's that's why I already mentioned that thanks to this, let's say, attack, we can say like that the situation what we had through last days. We find some, let's say, vulnerabilities in our application, so we spend this time to improve to patch these holes in our application to make sure that it will be more secure and safe, right?
So that was a good
Yeah.
test.
Yeah, it was a good test, and I am happy. So yeah, we can back to the questions if we have some.
We good for now. I think so. Attacks are more than welcome. Like feel free to attack our platform any way you think you could do it.
Yeah, try us.
Cause yeah. And best if you will make a lot of effort in it. That those attacks are the most welcome.
Yeah, I think it's the same. So yeah, sorry, I just clicked that once again. Yeah, so that is all what I can say.
Right.
Like I said, there is more going on the back. It's we are preparing ourselves for the transactions.
Sure.
I think that if there will be some option to show you, but the option how the transaction looks like, I will present that during the live. So be every week. Maybe there will be some surprises for you, right?
Yeah.
But of course, it will be only presentation our environment because the transaction until the coins is not available for you won't be added to the application because there is no point for that, right? So yeah.
Sure. All right, guys. If you have any more questions, let us know in the comments section. And the incoming fix on YouTube will be two instructions. One will be on how to get a token, how to buy coin, and how you can use it in the future. And because last week we started a sale on the tokens. And another thing is the instruction on how to join the platform, the community, how you can do it within just less than 10 minutes. Other than that, remember to come to the Twitter and we could check out a few of the things that were happening. So I have a question for you guys, actually, and for everyone watching, because this week was fulfilled with space. Basically, we had at the Virgin Atlantic going up. You can actually win a ticket prize for you and I don't know, your girl or your friend to go in the space. And this week also Jeff Bezos, a founder of Amazon, went to the space and back. And in the incoming week, it's going to be SpaceX with Elon Musk. We know SpaceX was already launching rockets with NASA for various projects and for the International Space Station. But this time it's going to be, as they say in the future, going to be for for the tourists. So you'll be able to buy for like, I don't know, $250,000 at tickets to the space for 10 minutes and back.
Yes, that's a cool one. I really like it. Actually, there was some questions in the chat, so
All right.
if we can advise it.
Sure.
So Bartek, could you tell us where we can expect the market section on our platform to appear?
Yeah, so you need to remember that we are going through the process of planning, right? And there is a specific order that we are trying to achieve, right? So first of all, I need to say what we need to finish before the market, right? So first of all, we need to add the transactions to allows you to make a transaction between you as peer-to-peer transactions, right? To buy anything which you want in application. Second thing is to finish all the encryptions, that you make sure that everything that you share with somebody or so on, it's covered. It's encrypted and it's on a blockchain to secure your transaction, and it's safe. And after that, and after increasing the security of the groups itself, then we will finish the market. The market will be a little bit different that you expected to, for example, the normal market. It's work. I mean, that it's not. It won't be working like in, for example, centralized exchange or something like that. It will be modified and change algorithm. I think from, or maybe I want to share right now is that, but I think it will be not years, but in the months. But still, we need to make sure that the algorithm works fine for finding the right spot and transactions for you in the market, right? But right now we are finishing our concept and prototyping work for market. So I think that in a few weeks, I think next 2-3 weeks, we should be able to just say the estimation when we predict to push the market to you, right? But yeah, it's quite funny. I can just give you a heads up that if the way how we want to create the market will allow you to, for example, make it contracts on views on, for example, influencers or maybe the bloggers. So, for example, we can just make a contract that somebody will be more famous or less famous in the next 6 months, and it's quite interesting. It's one of the ways how we are looking at. So it will be option to make contract for everything, right? So this is why we are working so hard on that. And yeah, but there is some, let's say, rude comments that it will be in the next 1, 2 or 3 years. No, we are aiming earlier, but right now it's hard to throwing the dates because we don't have this date, right? Everything is maybe you are not, maybe you know or not, the project in IT is quite hard to predict and estimate, and we, like always, we do our best to say the most accurate date for you to help you to understand our roadmap, the milestones and so on. But sometimes, there are some delays, changes, so on. So if I am not sure about the date, it's, let's say, plus minus 1 week or 2 weeks, I don't want to share the date, right? Because I'm not sure if right now, if I will throw some dates, it could be plus and or minus 3 months. So it's quite wide range of the days that it's possible to deliver that. So I don't want to share right now. But when we will be more sure about it, then I think then now we will say more details about the dates, right?
All right.
And
Just my comment for me. As far as I know, the market gonna have the mechanism really similar to the one that was in the first stock market in Amsterdam. So if you are really interested how it's gonna work, just read some history on how the stock market in Amsterdam was established and how it's worked. Because the many answers you're probably gonna find over there. Okay, and so we have another question. How many people is working right now on the project?
yeah, so the number of the people don't exactly say the exact, let's say, I mean the full-time positions, right? Because some of the people just working on a part-time job here. But if you look on our resources, so you can see that there is there is, let's say, there is a statistic called full-time equivalent, FTE. It means that how many full-time jobs positions we have together from all the persons that we have in the project. So there is two and something on a backend, so the Django developers, two and something from front end, one person, one and something, I think 125 for management and for analysis, and 1 and 25 for testing. So, and something like 0.75 for the DevOps working, and half for security. So it's something like that, right? It means that if you can understand that if I say 2 FT for backend, it means that it's 2 full-time, but it's not that, it doesn't mean that it's 2. Sorry, yes, it doesn't mean that this is 2 persons only, right? It could be 4 persons in different parts. So we are trying to find people for full-time to try to, let's say, rebuild a little bit our project. I'm quite happy to say that some of the developers that just trusted and invest in our project and working for us just try to go to full time for our project to drop the secure and safe work for this project. So it means something if insiders try to invest more time, more money and so on to the project. It means that everything's going well, I think. But I will let you to just make your own decision based on my words. And this is what I can say. So we are still looking. We are increasing. I know that right now in the next month we will increase the resources on our front end side, and as well, which we will start increasing the backend sides resources. So it means that there will be more developers in our team. But right now, it's something like that.
There is a question in the chat I was actually curious about to ask you, Bartek. There is a question. Will there be more languages like Spanish, Chinese, or Russian, or in the sandbox it will only be English and Polish?
No, we are aiming for all the languages. The next on our list, of course, because we are aiming to the east, right? Mainly right now with the marketing. So I think that the next on the list will be the Spanish, the German, and so on. And I think that will be east. The
West. You mean west?
To west. To west. So we are aiming to the Spanish, to the German, as I said, and English. But like always, if there will be we have the strategic like that. If there will be a big community, for example, for specific country or language, we don't see any problem for us to, let's say, translate quickly the application, because we prepared that ourselves to quickly add additional language to the application, right? Right now we are not focusing on that because we have more important things on application. But if there will be
demand and if there will be need, we're gonna do it.
Maybe there will be some, we are aiming right now for Spanish and German, but maybe next language that will be the most common language in our application maybe will be the Russians. Yeah. Okay. So in that case we can.
So from west we could go east.
Yeah. So for us it's quite fast to add any other language, but we are waiting for demand from the users, right, and community.
Sure. If there is need and demand, of course. So if you have any more questions, feel free, welcome to.
There's one question: where is the second party and live meeting? Ooh.
Oh, the second party.
I don't know.
I heard that it's gonna be in the summer, but I don't know the exact date.
Well, it's summer now,
Yeah.
I don't know exact date, but it's gonna be in the summer, I think. Maybe September, as far as it could be, because those meetings are pretty good. We are getting good, and actually, it is one of the opportunities for our Polish people, our Polish hodlers, to take part in some meeting and get some good insights on what's happening on the project.
Yeah, it was great to just meet the people who just invested in our application, and
yeah, everyone who's curious about it.
Yeah, there was a lot of very interesting questions, and there was a lot of and like I said, if you just came, for example, for a meeting like that, or maybe for lives, and you just sharing your ideas, it's faster to push something that you need in application than just waiting for that, right? I just listening everything what you say to me. So yeah, and what I can say.
Yeah, thank you guys. Because if you are hungry for nothing, we got nothing more to add. Thank you guys so much for today. Thank you for joining for this week's updates. Make sure to join. Oh, there it is. One more look for the big whale by the Vistula River last week. Just last week after our meeting in Warsaw. On our after party, we even invited the lasers with whale just next to the national stadium in Warsaw, Poland. Well, next time you'll be able to join us, and we'll let you know when the next meeting, the real live meeting is. But our not real life meeting, but live meeting. I mean, live meeting in the internet is going to happen next week and every week. So if you are eager and hungry, not for nothing this time, but for hungry. What was that? A few weeks ago, Orwash had a big punch of what was it? Not the pineapple. It was the watermelon. A big, huge, juicy watermelon. If you want some juicy news incoming every next week and another week coming, so stay tuned. Leave a subscribe button, thumbs up, guys. And if you need more information on the platform, well, just feel free to comment and message us and join our community in the Big Short Bets. Yeah, basically that's it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Okay, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.